with each other is making it tweak out.
Okay.
They're excited, and so it's getting like it's interfering.
Overload. Overload. I was gonna say, like, because I was talking to you and I paused it at 12:22, and then when I looked at the time for the recording,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
I heard you say it. Yeah. And when I tell you that 12:22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 222, 12:21, those have all been like, and then all of the 11s and the other doubles, so like 11 11 11 11 22 11 33 11 44 11, all of them, they really kill me with the angel numbers, because the thing, but
you'd be like, can you slow down, like give me some more direction, like,
bro,
clarity, please.
I see them and I know it's them going like, you saw the number, look at what it means and think about what you were just thinking about. Like, you thought something too quick, so we're telling you to slow down so you can think it slower and consciously think it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, but it's so, I can't remember any of them, and I've tried to memorize them, but I can't remember any of them. And I think it's because if I memorized them, I would also skip over it.
Yeah, I don't like memorizing it. And people like to ask me, like, give me your interpretation. I'm like, I can't, because you experience things differently and they show up to you at different times. And the only thing you should be paying attention to is your thoughts, your actions, what you were saying, what you were doing, because that's what they want you to pay attention to. That's why they sent you that number. So I can't, as a spiritual person, I can't tell you what it is, because it's going to be different for everyone. That's why there's so many fucking different interpretations. You can look on the internet and see what the main gist is, but really it's going to be what intuitively, what did you feel and think.
And then also, even if they give you a baseline, you have to apply that baseline that they give you to whatever it was that you were thinking. You have like, discernment is, I feel like, one of the greatest gifts that I've been given, and I've always been able to
given if we use it right.
Right? We have all been given. Absolutely. I fully believe everyone has access to the same gifts. I think some of us come in to, your life, if you've been through it a few more times, you know what I mean? You've developed it, you hold on to it a little bit more. It's more deeply imprinted. And also based on when your inner being decided to be born, to give you how much access. Like, this is all a trial run of the universe experiencing itself in various ways. So,
sorry, but you're kind of like the test dummy.
Yeah, dead ass.
Like, we're kind of like the test dummy. I'm sorry, not sorry, universe is what they're saying. So that's very funny. Yeah. Speaking of universe, let's segue over to Steven Universe. Universe. Let's talk about Steven Universe. Because shout out to Steven Universe. I can binge watch that shit with my kids. I'm a little upset though, because I do not pay for cable, because I don't understand why anybody would. So I don't really know anything outside of what was on Hulu. I binge watched all of that, and I've seen the movie a little bit, but I haven't seen like anything after
Steven Universe Future. Okay.
Yeah, like, I haven't seen any of that, but like,
I'm gonna give you information. I'm gonna give you information if you want to watch it. I'll give you the information, like, for you to like, please be able to go and like, I've been jonesing the rest of them. But so Steven Universe, so tell me what you know about Steven Universe. You give me the
I pretty much like Steven. I got all the way to where Steven's kind of like, damn, I'm repeating my mom's shit. I'm understanding a lot of things. What the fuck? He kind of had his own like awakening, if you will. Steven had his awakening. That's kind of like where I was able to not really see much more, and I was like, what the fudge sickle? So if you will go from there.
Okay, so Steven is a young boy. His mother was the leader of a group of alien beings called the Crystal Gems. They were resistance fighters against the Great Diamond Authority.
Ooh, that sounds so about something. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That sounds so something like we're doing now. But go ahead.
Absolutely, it does. What's it called? And so the Great Diamond Authority. So gems are a race of alien beings who they have physical like gems, but their bodies are a light projection, which I think is
Right.
very telling with the whole light
Right.
body thing, you know what I'm saying? And what they do is they go and they colonize different planets, and they use those planets' resources to create more gems. And that ties back in
Mm-hmm.
with the story of the
Nazi. Yep. Yep.
Anunnaki coming to Earth and mining it for gold for its
Exactly.
resources. Now, when they're done, like the gems, when they're done mining and sucking all the resources out of these planets, they're left completely destitute, and the life on the planets is destroyed, and the planet is destroyed after, because they've taken all of its resources. And the gems decide, the Great Diamond Authority, their youngest diamond gets its first colony planet, and she sees that um what it's doing to the planets, and she saw human life, and she saw them living and laughing and growing and changing and doing these things that they couldn't do, and she fell in love with it, and she wanted to protect the human life. So she created an alter
Mm-hmm.
ego and changed her light body to be a rose quartz instead of a diamond, and she led the resistance battle against the Great Diamond Authority to get them off of Earth
Mm-hmm.
and to not, destroy Earth. And along the way, there was a group of resistance fighters that were like her core folks, and that survived the final attack from the diamonds, which corrupted all of the gems that were on Earth, even the ones that were on their
Mm-hmm.
side. So Steven, that's his
Yeah, because
mom.
in the tie
that's
back to Steven,
he
that's his mama, y'all.
that's his mom, that poor child, and he is half
Yeah,
human. He's half
human.
gem, half human. She had to give up her physical form in order to bring
Mm-hmm.
him into existence. And so he is left dealing with the fallout of all of his mom's actions, and how the world has ended up, and how the greater universe has ended up, because of the diamonds and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So he deals with all of that stuff, and it gets really in there. It's a fantastic show. Rebecca Sugar is a fucking genius. It's got beautiful music. It's super
Hell yeah.
emotional and also
Very
hilarious. Um, it deals with health and growing and
mindset.
emotional,
So much mindset in
mindset
there.
and
Yeah, that too.
mindfulness and balance and being true to oneself. it's
Duality
it's
at its
got like a
finest
million
too.
beautiful
Yeah,
messages.
so
Oh,
much of it.
absolutely. And I got a download about it, that yeah, this was real. I had a moment. I was wearing my Steven Universe
That's so
shirt. I
cute.
have a shirt, and I realized I had every element. I had a piece of each character aside from Garnet. I had Steven's shirt. My hair is cut like it looked like Pearl's hair. And then I had my amethyst necklace on, and I was given the knowing that I've mastered the lessons based on each character, and I'm entering my Garnet
Oh, I love
season.
that.
And Garnet
Garnet's a
Garnet
badass
is a
bitch.
ruby. She's a
Bad
bad bitch.
bitch.
She's the baddest bitch. She's the leader of the Crystal
Yeah.
Gems for a fucking
Okay.
reason, and she's the baddest bitch to ever bitch. And I fucking love her. And she's
I
voiced
know,
by
like, but voiced
Estelle.
by a beautiful black
And
woman, Estelle. Like, come on, like,
that part, come on now, her fucking
okay,
afro. Are
right?
you kidding me? And the hips. Garnet is
Thick. She is
thick.
one thick.
Yuck.
And it
The
okay. And
man.
if she's not the epiphany of a male and masculine, because as you were just gonna say, right? Like, I'll let you go finish. Go ahead. Or like the
Oh
duality
no,
of
yeah,
it. Yeah.
she yeah, because so Garnet is a fusion, so the gems confuse. That's how Steven ended up happening, essentially. but so they can combine, and if it's the same type of gem, it'll become a bigger version of the same gem. If it's different gems, they become something completely new. It's like a metaphor for
Yeah.
relationships and whatnot, Garnet specifically too,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she is a relationship between a ruby and a
Yeah.
sapphire. Sapphires can see the future, and they're like calmer, and
Feminine-ish,
they're
right? It's the
used to like
feminine at its
feminine,
finest.
very, very divine feminine, very, tapped in, can see all of the timelines, right? And then you've got rubies, which are like very divine
Mm-hmm.
masculine energy, and they're the protectors, and they're like the security guards for the sapphires and for all of the like high class gems, right? And they Ruby saved Sapphire because she for didn't see that the crystal gems were
Right?
going
How funny is
to
that? Like she
like
didn't see that,
attack
but
or
like
something like that.
so funny how that happens, right? Like, but did
But
she
did
though? Right, right? Like,
but
but
did
did
she
she
really not see?
not? Right?
But did she not
Right?
see? Because for me, that Sapphire, she was, I wouldn't put past her to definitely have seen and been like, no, that's the right
Yeah.
thing to do. Because Garnet is all about
Yeah.
the balance and doing
She's the
what's
center of
right,
it all. That's why she's the
and
leader because she can see, right?
she
She's a
is.
badass physically, but she's
She can
also
see clearly. She's
intuitively, right? So she can make that decision.
exactly. And that, so there was the micro of, personally going through these transformations that each of these characters have gone through and learning those same lessons in my life. But then on top of that, I was given the knowing of um it's the macro as well, because the gold thing, the
Yeah.
mining, and the fact that, I don't know if you've heard of the concept of the volunteers. I'll give you the link to the YouTube video, uh, and so you can like post it, or what have you, if anybody wants to check it out. But basically, it's the same thing. Like, they are here to raise the vibration of Earth, and different beings from all across the universe have come to be
Sounds like something
here
really
and to
nice.
help raise this vibration and to change things, and to like to experience it, because like they're like, because it's like everyone's like, it's so hard but it's so much
Uh-huh.
fun, like that's like it's so challenging but it's like
Best.
the wildest thing, like it's so cool, like they're so weird, like it's so it's, I love these little humans, like
I do
what?
like, yeah, they do
And
act like
so
that. Like, what? Like, they're so like kitty
it's
eyes. It's like they have children eyes, is how they're looking at life.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they're so excited. They're like, look at the depth that they can, like, look at the depth that they can feel, and like, look at the little like miracles. Look at their little bodies. Like, they're so cool. Like, like I feel like a lot of times I get like, when I'm fully in tune with source, I feel like is when I'm expressing love in some way, love and appreciation for something, like these small little moments with people. Like, someone will do something, and I'll just get so giddy and just feel like, why are you the most
Right?
adorablest thing in the history of the fucking world? And people are like, what? And I'm like, you're so cute, you just got so excited about X, Y, and Z. And I feel like they look at us like puppies or kittens or something, I don't know, but they're just like, look at them, they're so cute, I want to be one, I want to try, like, and that's what happened. And so, you know I'm here to we're here to like create that fusion between the higher
Yeah.
self, right? And this physical corporeal body, because your body has its own intelligence. Like, just because you're being piloted by your soul doesn't mean that your body is not like also thinking. Your body runs without you having to consciously be aware of
It
anything.
sure
It just
does,
does it
y'all. Yeah, if you don't realize
automatically.
that, y'all better pay attention. It
Like,
really does.
man, like it functions all of its
Mhm.
own accord, and like it's amazing. And I don't know if anybody talks to their cells, but you should definitely talk
I
to your
think it's
cells.
therapeutic. If you don't
And
do
you
it, you
should
fucking weird. Because I do that shit every day, all day. Like it's like I'm talking. I don't know. I always thought that was weird, and I used to do them when I'm shopping. Like I'm going somewhere, like, oh, what about this? Like, I don't know. Like I just kind of like talk to myself as if I have a girlfriend, even though it's just me
dead
doing it.
ass, because you have to. Checking in with your body is so
Yeah.
important. It's it's its own thing that you're hanging
Hmm.
out with. You guys are together for life. Your consciousness and your body are hanging out together for this ride of
You know what I just
earth.
thought as a
And like,
download just now? Like
what?
when you think about Garnet, if you guys are listening, right? You thinking about Garnet and how we were just talking about, like, this is how at least I teach my clients, and I just kind of saw that connection there too. Ruby is our body, our soul is her. And then together we are Garnet. We are having to understand that
Yes.
our body will automatically pull us in certain ways, even if we don't even realize it, especially if we're triggered or we're, the ascension process. Like there's so many things that our
Mm-hmm.
body will then physically feel. But then we also have that intuitive,
Mm-hmm.
feminine guidance that it's our soul that really is trying to show us, like, I know, like the inner knowing, the third eye, like I'm trying to show you what you should be doing so that you become more centered. This is what you want. So trust that. It's just the same thing as Garnet, y'all. Y'all need to kind of look at yourself as those like you're three. Like yes, you have your mind and you have your inner knowing, but you still have your body, and that's you all together as a center, right?
and and then you become
Yeah, you've
something
been
completely
playing.
new,
Yeah,
and
exactly. A whole new version of yourself.
that's like, absolutely, when you bring yourself into alignment with your highest self, you become this new being. And I definitely feel that this transition, like I've had several people that in my life be like, I feel like I don't know you. Like, who, like, I feel like one day you were just this whole different person.
Yeah,
And yeah, because I said, I'm coming into alignment with her and I'm going
yeah.
to be her. And it's a journey, but I'm gonna do that. And in Steven Universe, it's definitely a
It is.
musical
It's so
show.
musical. I love
And
music.
there's a song that Garnet sings, and it's called I Am Made of Love. And in one of the lines she says, um she's fighting someone, and she says something. What is it? What's the line? She says, I am even more than the two of them. Everything they care about is what I am. I am their fury. I am their patience. I am a
Damn.
conversation. And
Boom. Drop
and
the mic.
that
Drop the mic.
that's you.
Damn.
That's you. You are the
Yeah.
conversation between your higher self and your body all the time. That's that middle balance
I don't even know how to
is
snap, but like,
you.
yes.
You're doing it. You're doing
That's it.
it.
I never heard, I mean, I probably heard that song, but to hear that line in that context of what we were just talking about, 1,000%, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful intertwine here. That is just, yeah, I'm feeling that.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Oh god, this is fucking fun, man. Thank
I,
you for letting me just
I'm telling
fucking
you, I
talk.
just want, I just want to talk to people, man, and I just want to open up the doors and the communication flow, because like that is just to see, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning from you, you're learning from me. This entire time, we've been really just going back and forth to talk about cool, fucking weird alien but boss like shit that really makes sense when you think about it. It's all the same thing, is just wrapped up in different ways. And I love the fact that they're showing kids this, although kids may not really understand the in-depth, because I feel like Steven Universe, yes, it's a cartoon show, but it really is for those spiritual weirdos that are into cartoons. Especially as for
Yes.
me, I was watching this with my oldest, and he and I really digged into it, but I don't think he got it the way I was getting it. Like I was getting it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very cool that it's a cartoon,
Yes.
but it's like an adult cartoon spiritual show if you think about it really deeply.
It really is. And I think the thing is that I've come to an understanding of is that there are so many things even for us, like for our age group when we were kids. Like I don't know how much you've revisited your like favorite childhood stuff or stuff that really stuck with you. Whenever I revisit it, I see why it stuck with me because I didn't understand it fully then. My soul
Hmm.
knew. My soul said, this is important. Hold on to this until we can catch up mentally. Hold on to this thing. It touched something in you. And then when, as an adult, I've gone back and I've reread or I've rewatched or what have you, I go, of course this stuck with me. Of
Yeah.
course this touched something in my soul and informed something in me. And now I can understand the lesson that it was trying to teach me that I didn't have the framework to grasp then. Like I reread Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I'm looking at it right now. And like I remember buying it at the Scholastic Book Fair and just, like
Scholastic
being so
Book Fair. Oh
excited
my
and
God. Oh my Lanta, you just brought me back to
yes.
when I was a kid. Oh
Yeah,
my
throwback.
God. Jesus, throwback. Yeah, I
Throwback.
remember that. Being like asking my mom and dad, please, can I have like $5? Or only gonna be here for like 2 days. And
Right.
I've seen like a lot of things that I've seen.
Please.
Like
Just please, please. Oh my God. I
I
need
remember
this
that so
book,
much.
please.
Like, please, I just want this book. You have no idea. I won't ask for anything for like 2 weeks. Like, I just want this book. Oh my gosh, my inner
Yes.
child just lit up just now. That
Oh
was
my God.
funny. Oh my
Yes.
Lanta.
That is my favorite. Oh, and so appropriate for what we're talking about. Cause like dead ass, like I reread this and I'm 30 and I reread Stargirl last year and I was like, "Oh, I see you, Stargirl. I see you. You were here and you knew the things that I know now, and that's why you moved the way you moved, and that's why you were an inspiration to me because you knew that people's issues were reflections of them. You moved in alignment with you and you kept track of your positive aspects with her little pebbles that she would
I
move
remember
back and
that.
forth.
Yeah.
You showed up and you operated off of the law of assumption. You didn't even think about
She
defeat.
did.
You like
Yeah.
just all of these things just I and it just was so deep and I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, no duh, I was obsessed with this book. No duh, it was something that like just stuck with me for forever and something that I felt the impetus to read again at almost 30 last year, you know?
It comes back in full
Like
circle
you
when you
hold
think
on
about
to
it.
it.
Everything comes back in
It
full circle.
does.
Like you get that download as
It
yeah.
absolutely does. And
Go ahead.
who knows what your kid is gonna, what your son is gonna, or your oldest, I don't know. Your oldest is gonna come back to Steven Universe and feel some type of way about like, oh,
Yeah.
I see what they were trying to show when he's older. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
He actually okay, so I have two kids. I have one that's 5 and then one
Okay.
that is he's my oldest is about to be 14 now, which is
Oh
mind blowing to me.
my gosh.
But he and I, right? Like it's so the crazy. I have a 14-year-old to say that. Soaking that in.
Wait, I like you could cut this out, but like
I'll
how
be
old
turning
are you?
35 in November. I know I look like a baby. I know. Drink water, boo. Drink water.
Bitch,
Drink lots of
are
water.
you
Drink lots of
fucking
water. Yes.
I
Yes.
do, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on
I also say because yeah,
where?
I'm 35. I'll be 35 in November. When I went through my whole awakening and stuff like that, and it made me force myself to kind of look at my own shit, like the way that I look at things, the way I eat. I changed the way I eating my eating habits. I don't eat a lot of sugar, even though I have a sweet tooth. But like, it's like for me, it's a self love thing. Like I'll eat because I'm a Virgo
Yeah,
rising. I really eat healthy because of my gut. Like that's just like a whole nother story. But like I love eating
yeah.
healthy. I'm a vegan, so I eat healthy. But like those days where I'm doing self care, like that balance, right? I'm having that balance. I want to have my sweet. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
days where I'll do like a steak, maybe. I'll pay for a good steak because I don't eat it. I don't eat meat, so it's like that's a good thing. I'll eat like random like what do you call it, matrix food, if you
Yeah.
will. But I 9 times out of 10, you're always gonna see me drinking water. You're always gonna see me drinking some type of like
Yeah,
sparkling shit. Like I don't drink soda unless if I do indulge into
me
like a
neither.
drink, but I hardly drink alcohol. I'm more a Mary Jane girl. Um, I'm earthy
Same.
shit, you know. I don't need any chemicals added into
Yeah.
my body that I don't need. So, but no, thank you. I do appreciate that. Yes, I am. I will be
Yeah,
35
bro.
at the in November. But my son, yeah, he'll be about to be 14, and he gets what I do, and I love the fact that he gets what I do. He doesn't feel weird or anything like that. Like he's an Aquarius, so and I'm telepathic.
Uh,
So it like I know when things are wrong or like when things are going up with him, like talk to me. He's like, I'm like, shut up, tell me what's going on, because you know damn well there's something going on with you. We have that real good energy of conversation, and so he knows what I talk about. He knows what I do. He actually encourages it. I remember when I first started doing tarot readings, he used to be behind me because I would say like, okay, Isaiah, mom's gonna be on live for like a good hour and a half. He'd be like, okay, I'm timing you. And he'll sit right behind me and be like, okay, mom, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I want my mom back. Like you gave everybody else your time to give them tarot readings and whatnot. I need you to be my mom again. And then my youngest at the time when I was doing tarot readings, he would just show up. Like he's a Gemini. So I have two air sign kids. So then the Gemini would be in front of the camera like, hi. I'm just like, okay, it's not about you. Okay. Mom's actually trying to shuffle some cards for some people right now. So it's very cool. Like my kids are very like they know what I do, and it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I was gonna say about the Steven Universe. I'm pretty sure he will because so anyway, like I'm pretty sure
mhm.
next time I go visit him, we'll probably be like diving into more of Steven Universe, and I'll be like, look, man, you think mom shit's crazy now? Let's just dive back and like rewatch Steven Universe to let you understand like this is the concept that they're putting in this cartoon that you had no idea. Now see it differently. He's probably gonna be like, you're right. And it's a mind thing for him, so he'll probably connect to it a lot faster too.
See, I love that. And I think that's so freaking cool. Like, I think that is just so amazing, that relationship and that like dynamic. I think that like mindful parenting and like treating your kids as like individuals is just, I appreciate it so much whenever I see it.
Thank you.
It
That
fills
was
my
like a big
heart.
thing for
It
me.
absolutely
I
fills
was
my heart.
like, when I became a parent, I was like, I'm gonna do different than what my parents did. I never felt like I was like treated as like an equal or just a person. It was kind of like, you don't. It
Yeah.
was very like structured in a kind of way that I didn't like, and I couldn't speak, and I didn't want him to grow up in that environment. And I said, I'm gonna do different with you. So I want you
Hmm.
to verbally say what you want to say, even if it's cuss words. Like I throw f bombs, so I get it. You're probably hearing it from your mom, so you're like, well, you can do it. Why can't I do it? I'm like, you're right. You're right. I can't say shit about that. Like, but don't be saying it in a context where you're saying "fuck you, mom." Like there's something different there. So just watch
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tone. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like there's a balance in that.
Yeah, just don't take
Don't
it
take it
too
too
far.
far.
Welcome to Big Burger, where you can have it your way, but don't get
Exactly.
crazy.
So like for him and I,
Don't
like
get
I
crazy.
just I wanted him to be in a home structure to where it's like you're a being. So be a being, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to force you to do something. I'm going to encourage you to do a lot of things. I'm going to help guide you because I see the potential. But if you intuitively don't want to do it, if you intuitively don't want to, if you're not feeling called or some things, like I don't want you to be forced to do things like I was forced. Like I literally have been trying to do that cautious mindfulness, meditation. Let's calm down. What I mean? Like, let's really talk and not feel like you have to be as scared
Mm,
to say something to me just because I'm mom? So I appreciate
yeah,
people saying that comment. Like, it's different. You don't really see it, but when you see it, it's kind of like rare. And that's me breaking that generational cycle, right? Like that's me changing the
absolutely.
rhetoric, which I'm pretty sure they above the alien, everyone's saying thank you because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be more at a harmony base with everyone. Doesn't matter their stage of evolution within this
Yeah,
earth. Like the more we can come together in that way of thinking we're all one, treating one as such, it's a beautiful way.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. And it's just so much better, like for everyone involved. Like you feel better, the person that you're interacting with
it's so
feels
much
better.
easier.
Like it is. And that's not to say that it's easy to maintain that all the
Oh
time,
no, it's
because
not.
it's
It makes it
not.
more like fuck. Like I keep forgetting sometimes. Like I have that title right. Like I am your mom, right? So I have to have those
Hmm.
barriers sometimes, even though it's so fluid. But like I still need to have a barrier. So it's a
Yeah,
little boundary.
boundary.
Still that balance, right? Like we're still
Hmm.
here, but watch out.
Ebb
Yeah,
and
ebb and
flow. Ebb
flow.
and flow.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. This has been like one of the best conversations that I've had in such a
It's
long while. Like
nice.
it's so nice. I don't like I've been begging the universe for like friends who get it and like people to talk about this kind of shit with who like aren't going to look at me like I'm a psychopath or look at me like dead behind the eyes, you know?
Thousand
Cuz I
percent.
was real nervous. I was really nervous to talk to people about like me working with perceived demons, right? Like I have like a guardian demon, uh Vepar, and I work with Lilith, who's like, you know, the
Girl, I
mother
talk
of
about Liv all the time
demons,
as a
quote
feminine coach. Like
unquote.
you embody that bitch, and
I
she's
I love
delicious.
I love her. She is, and I, you know, but you
People,
know,
yes, both
people
of us
around
people.
me, people be people people be like, they be like, oh my god, you're going to hell. Oh look, it's my alarm.
Alarms,
Okay,
alarms.
my
Look at
bad.
that.
Alarms. You know, but people, oh, was that 345? Yeah, it's 345. Slow on the uptake. What's
Love
up?
it.
Hey Lils. Hey Lils. Hello. What's it called? But I, you know, people be like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Whatever. And then also just look at you like, oh my god, you're gonna work with a demon. Like, what's wrong? Oh my god, it's gonna do. And I'm like, that's only if you bring that kind of
And
energy
not
around.
only that, but you labeled
Like,
it. Like you're accepting the label that was put
right.
on it. And if you really did the history and learned what the energy is, you would be calling it a demon. And that to me is
That
just like you
part.
not having the full on complexity of your expanding your knowledge base. You're only accepting one person's rhetoric, which is usually a white man, and that, you know what I
Oh,
mean? And they have that
absolutely.
control. So it's like if you're not broadening out your own mindset about certain things, then that's on you to keep thinking that negative kind of tendency, not me, baby. Yeah.
Right, right. And I'm not going to adjust my spiritual practices for
Yeah. That's what
nobody.
spirituality is
Like,
about.
sorry you feel
Period.
sorry you feel that way, but I'm solidly, I feel like my inner being has partnered with and talked to specific other beings because they thought, okay, I know how I'm going to get her through this one. I know how I'm going to get her through this one. I've met all these different beings in all my different lifetimes, and I'm doing, and like they're up there like in a like, oh
Yeah,
fuck
right?
yeah,
Is she
like
ready
let's
yet?
go.
Like, is it the time yet?
they're like they're like okay, and they're like, okay, it's my turn, like move out of the way, it's my turn. It's like the I feel like it's like Inside Out.
Yes,
Do
yes,
you know,
yes. Of
have you
course.
seen Inside Out?
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
like that.
Inside out. Yeah.
Yeah. It like I feel like it's like Inside Out, and they're like, okay, it's my turn, my introduction. Hello. And whenever somebody new comes in, it's always at the exact moment that I need their energy,
1000%.
and they've guided me, and I feel like she wasn't afraid, or you know, there wasn't a limitation on who or what she picked to
Yep.
help me. um she was like, whatever's going to work best, whatever, I don't care
It
what
is.
the
Yeah.
perception of it is. it, Whoever's going to help her best is who I'm partnering with, and they're my like, they gave me a word for it the other day because I was like, you guys are like a
That's what I call
council or
mine.
something, and they gave me a different one, and I can't remember it for the life of me. It's another C word, but I can't, I it's not confederation. I can't
Mm.
remember it, but they were like, yeah, we're here, and we're all, you know, we're
Yeah.
rooting for you,
It's
like
also
be
like I always
cool.
get the analogy like my people come like at a Viking table, like the table's so fucking long and there's so many there and
That
like
part.
who's ever gonna come out to the like at the center, at the front, and now they have like the direction to like really say what they need to say, especially when I do meditations and or
Yes.
especially when I do let me go back. Especially when I've gotten to a certain place of like I've completed a lesson or I've learned something or I'm going to the next timeline. Like they all seem to come together through a meditation and be like, okay, this is your Viking table. we're here to talk to you about X, Y, and Z. This is what you did right. We're really proud of you. This is what you might expect. Like new things, new experiences. Get ready. Keep leveling up. Blah blah blah. So it's like it's a council for me because it's a whole bunch of them. Like I'm like I said, I'm a channeler for
Mm-hmm.
everything and everyone. So whoever I'm never again unless it's an energy thing and I can sense like your shit's evil, like someone literally is trying to send me evil eye and some shit, like then I block that shit off. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, like I'm an open door for any kind of energies that's going to uplift me. I always say unless you're here for my highest and greatest
Yeah,
good, you can enter my space. If not, be gone.
absolutely.
Be
Be
gone.
gone.
You're not
Thought.
here. You're not welcome. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I definitely, there is a certain level of like spiritual protection, but also that, spiritual
Hygiene is so
hygiene
important.
that you have to
So
maintain.
important.
But also like I really generally don't be worried about shit. Like
I don't
sometimes I
anymore.
I
Like I get
get
what you're saying. Like I used to be
like
worried.
well, no, like I worry about like like earth stuff, but like spiritual stuff, like as far as like something other world, like something multidimensional, like lower vibrational
Mhm.
fucking with me, I'm unconcerned and unbothered, to be 100% honest, because I know my team
Well,
rides
that
hard for me.
too,
So
because I
I'm
think, you
like,
know,
I don't need to
yeah,
worry
because I
about
think
that.
for us, like we've been here and we've done that, and we've come a long way to where our energy is so protected, and that's the same thing with the for me. Like, I used to be really worried about that, but over time, I was like, I'm not worried about anything. Like most people say, you should wear a hat and you should wear all these things and crystals, and I'm like. It's your energy, man. Like if your energy, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone else. I can just talk about myself. I know I'm spiritually protected. I know my council got my back. I know a lot of things that could have happened to me hasn't happened to me. And that's because of the alignment. That's because of the trust. That's because of the bond. That's because of the things that I've been writing for and they've been doing for me. It's a duality in that aspect. So, like, for my family, like, I'm not really worried
Absolutely.
in that context. You may not have that same level
Hmm.
up, I guess. I don't know. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself and what my energy, my people have done for me. So, 1000% agree with you. Like, I'm not really worried. Not
I'm
to
not
say
like
bougie or anything,
I
but
had
I don't think we're not trying to sound like stuck up assholes, but we're protected, y'all. We're
no, but like
protected.
and I know that, and I know that nothing can enter my energy
Permission.
without my
Yeah.
consent and permission, and that I have the power to, I'm just as powerful as whatever is trying to come at me,
Yep.
and as long as I decide that I
Exactly.
am. And so like there are moments where there has been fear, like I've seen some lower vibrational energy. There was something that had attached itself to a member of
Mm.
my family and was lingering in our house and was like lashing out at people through the house. And I had to like, I went through and I like, this was while I was still operating under the like premise of Christianity. But I was always way more I called myself an eclectic Christian at that time. Um, and I like went through and I blessed everyone in the house and I banished it full like knowing that like I have the power to do that energetically. Like you can't be up in here and you can't be fucking with my family. And I know that they exist because there are all different sorts of balances, just like there are
Yeah.
humans here who are lower vibrational. There's beings in other dimensions that are lower it
Yeah.
is what it is. I just don't have to interact with them and they can't get to me because my vibe is like
It's
too
different.
high for that. I get to
It's
decide
just
my
different.
reality.
We're
We're in
different
different
people.
places.
We're just
Yeah, we're
different,
just in
man.
different places. And I don't know, it's fun. But I do think it like, I work with crystals. I like, you see I'm wearing a hat. I just go intuitively. I don't do it all the
Ditto.
time. I don't do like, I just I ask my body what it
Mm-hmm.
needs. So like, obviously right now there's been a lot of downloads and stuff coming in. There's also been a lot of like external energy flying, and like as a as like an intention setting thing of like, I'm only letting things through that are like gonna be good for me, symbolically and physically. Sometimes it helps to do something physical to focus your energy and your intention. So I put on a hat today. but I'm not wearing any of my crystals because we needed to just be in
Yeah.
our energy and not taking on the energy of these crystals right now. So like
I get what you're saying.
you just kind of got to like flow it and like figure it out for you, because it doesn't work for
Everyone.
every, like the same thing does not work for every single
Yeah.
person, and it's silly to assume that it
That
would.
too. And for me to go off of what you were saying, like for me, my energy would my soul will just automatically tell me like grab your hat. Like if I was gonna go on live on TikTok or something like that, like grab your hat, go get something to protect your head, like get this crystal, no, get the other crystal. Like I would just immediately know exactly like what to grab because I'm like, okay, you're right. Like I should be a little more cautious because people out there, blah, 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 don't have the best intentions. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like it's not gonna be the same for everyone. Everyone has their own practice, everyone has their own thing. That's the whole point of spirituality is people. It's not supposed to be one thing and everyone follows suit. It's supposed
It's
to be what
not.
feels good to your soul,
Yeah, that's
right?
religion
Let's
that says that you have to do things
please
one
just
way, and I don't fuck with
and
religion.
I grew up in a Baptist church, so
Girl, between the Baptists and the Catholic Church, I just saw, look, I can't, one thing I can't get behind is hypocrisy.
I'll
I
definitely say
cannot do
this. I was the
hypocrisy.
black girl in that church being like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I will, and they'd be like, Candace, no more. I'm like, but it doesn't make sense. Why are we drinking bread and then drinking, but we drinking blood? Why are we do it? And like, I'd be asking so many questions, and they'd be like, shh, shh, don't. I'm like,
But but they'd be like, burn the witch. But y'all doing witchcraft.
that's a whole nother topic. But yes, like, that's a whole nother episode. But a thousand percent yes. Do you know how many times like yes. Yes, it's
Yes.
a whole like yeah, I never really understood any of that. And I still don't to this day. And I think that's why my it was funny. Like my dad didn't go to church, but he read the Bible. But my mom made us go to church. And so it was like me, my mom, and my
Mm.
older brother. And it was just kind of like I was just always like asking why, how come you don't do it though? Like you're supposed to say this, but you do the opposite. Like so is it, can you pick and choose? You picking and choosing now? Like I don't make it. It doesn't make sense to me. And I was always told, and it's just like, you know what? Okay, I can't. When I got old, when I got to 18 years old, I was like, I'm not. I'm good. Thank you for the lessons. And the lessons were
Yeah.
told of unbalanced in this hypocrisy of this. And point period.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm good. I'm really really good. I'm really really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing, because it's like the thing that really killed me is that I'm such an open person, and I'm always looking for the
Hmm.
commonality. I'm always looking for the commonality. Where is the intersection of a thing? What's the pattern? And so I never understood when people, even when I was Christian, I never understood why people would be like, science is opposed to Christianity. And I'm like, if we're operating off the principle that God gave us free will and God is guiding our lives and all of this stuff, would he not too have guided us to seek this knowledge? Would he have not, like, what, and also in the creation myth and all of that, like what is the whole, like it happened in 7 days? What 7 days to an infinite being that has no beginning or end? What is 7 days? We're microscopic
All I have
comparatively.
to say, everything. My entire everything in my life, I was just like it just never made sense to me, and I always said I needed to make sense, and no one can make it make sense to me. And I said, you know what? Then this really is not. It may be for y'all. Y'all can kind of make the dots and make all these illusions come to some kind of reality for you. But for me, in my context here, and my third eye, it just okay.
It's just
Yeah,
gonna be hard pass. It's
it's
gonna
a
be a
hard
hard
no, and
no.
I'm good on that one.
Well, I thought that I feel like there's so much overlap, because you know me, same story, different
Yeah.
fonts. Everything is like, it's giving same story, different font. It change it a little so that you don't, so the teacher doesn't know that you
Yeah,
copied it. Like,
right? Like let's get the same like we're passing in the same homework assignment. Well, let's just change a few words so the teacher doesn't know that it's the same story.
But then dying on the hill when of no, it's completely different. Friend, it's blatantly obvious that this is the
Same.
same
And even
thing.
going back to like how we
It's the
started this
same.
episode with talking about the Enoch, like it's just, you know, that
Yeah.
it's the same stuff.
Book of Enoch, Anunnaki, Steven Universe, all the
Told
same
different
shit.
way.
Same shit. It's
Way.
told a different way. Higher self and all of
Shit.
that, same shit.
Same
It's
stuff,
this
man.
same energy, same stuff. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. And you know, there are differences because everybody's perspective on it is blurred by their own experiences,
1000%.
right?
Yeah.
And even when I was Christian, I really thought that I was like, I think that God has shown himself to different groups of people in different ways in the way that they could most relate to. And even now, I'm like, the universe is experiencing itself in different
Right?
ways. So, like,
It's just a
it's the
different
same thing.
POV, man. It's just a different POV.
Different.
That's all
That's
it is.
it.
It's nothing like when I think about like what you just said, I'm like everything is from everyone's different POV and everyone has a different like thought process, and that's your right and all this other stuff. But it's also, I think, if you really are trying to come from a place of really listening and hearing and understanding and growing, then you be able to really connect those dots and be like, well, it is the same. In this religion, they may call it this, but it's literally the same. Or they may say it this, but it's literally the same. And if you're seeing it that it literally is all the same, then having your differences on races and religion and food, like everyone has like, I just be looking at stuff like, first of all, I don't look at the news. I really don't pay attention to shit.
Me
I
neither.
really could
Me
care less
neither.
for a lot of things because y'all gonna do what you're gonna do anyway, so it really doesn't fucking matter. But what I do think is that when people are so nitpicky to want to be with certain things, has to be aligned with this way or has to be this way, or it can only be talked about this way, or you can't talk about that, and if you do talk about it, it's so many like conflicting things when it boils down to it. Like my old souls, like it doesn't fucking matter though, like it's still the same thing. Like what is the point of all this? Like you're
Yeah.
getting super red for what? Like we're all here, and if anything, we should be trying to heal this earth. We only got one earth, y'all. Like y'all keep fucking up this earth. Like she gonna sit here and forgive y'all for burning her up and getting her hot and
No,
damaging
because
her up
guess
for no
what?
reason just because.
She's about to go full on how Stella got her groove back, waiting to exhale, set your shit on fire
Well,
in
she's
the
already
fucking
doing it. Like
front
she's doing it
yard.
sporadically in different
That's what's gonna
places. She's like,
happen.
fuck y'all. Oh, y'all thought I didn't notice him doing this shit to me? Okay. Like you want to keep pumping toxic into my
Oh,
water? Okay, okay. Okay. It's kind of
just
it's
tomfoolery.
super
She's
over
over it.
it.
She's about to go scorched earth because if there's one thing the divine feminine knows, it knows how to burn everything down to the ground to be reborn
Yeah,
from the
that's
ashes. That's what a divine feminine
that's
knows, and the Mother Earth
that
is on the precipice. She's like, I'm gonna set this shit on fire
right.
if you
She
keep
y'all keep
fucking
fucking with
with
me
me.
and see what happens. Y'all keep. I'm about to pump all
I'm
this
trying to
water
find
on
out.
y'all. Y'all over here gonna be. So Mother Earth said no more. This is our fourth recording, y'all. Y'all have no idea. The energy between me and Shae has been fire so much that it's been like an overload of like
Yeah,
too much.
Mercury retrograde is having trouble keeping up with our communication right now.
Right,
So
Mercury at its finest right now. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode. So we talked about, just to wrap up a lot of things, because this is a two-parter. I'm assuming this is gonna become a
yeah.
two-parter. We talked about the Watchers. We talked about the Anunnaki. We talked about the Fourth Kind movie, Aliens, the Anunnaki, Steven Universe, higher consciousness, the feminine energy, the masculine energy. Shit, church just a little bit now, just a little bit of religion, sprinkling with some spirituality. We've been talking about a lot of stuff, and
Yeah, we
I really
have.
hope you guys enjoyed this because this is I literally popped Shay's cherry. Say that 15 times. I popped Shay's
Pop Shae's
cherry.
cherry.
I popped Shay's cherry doing this podcast, and it's been really fire just talking to her. It literally has been like I feel like if we had 2 cups of coffee, we would be at a cafe right now, just like talking and laughing, and like just this would be a real. I mean, it's
Fucking
real, but you know what I
vibe.
mean? Like, it would
No,
be
but like dead
more like
ass.
there, you know?
A whole
So,
vibe.
yeah, it's super much a vibe. Super much a fucking vibe.
Super much. I'm gonna really
Oh,
start using that. Don't ever just drop a vocab gem like that. I steal people's vernacular all the time. If you say something that I enjoy, it becomes a part of my lexicon. So what was it? Say
what
it
did
one more
I
time
hit?
for me.
I don't even remember. What did I
It was
say?
like
Super fucking vibe? Super
super
fucking
vibe.
vibe.
Super
Super
fucking vibe. Super fucking vibe.
vibe. But
Yeah.
people like to say, like, Candace, you talk a little bit white sometimes. I'm like, well, I did grow up in Alaska. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. I have my, you're right, like,
Yeah,
whatever. But, like,
people
I
like
do
to
have,
say
like, oh
that.
my God, like, oh my God, like, I do have this
Mm.
tendency to say that. Anyway.
Oh my God. Candace, I'm just going to say
Yes.
this. I'm putting it
Yes.
into the universe. Like, we need to
Yes.
hang out. Like, I need to take a trip or something. I don't
We
know.
need to do
There needs to
something.
be, we need to do something because this is fucking immaculate.
I'm telling you.
This is absolutely immaculate.
I told the universe beginning of 2022, I only want to meet people that are my soul family. So anybody
Yes.
that comes in contact with me in some capacity, whether that's for work, pleasure, whatever, we are linking up. We are for now on soul family. And that's all I wanted to that's all I want to experience for now on. I don't want to experience anybody else that's not going to be a part of my evolution in some capacity, and I'm a part of
Yes.
your evolution because
Yes, you are.
this is something you wanted to do, and you're a part of mine because this is something I wanted to do. So this is just growth. This is just the beginning of a beautiful friendship, my love. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. And I'm so grateful. I just want to shower you with like appreciation
Thank
for
you.
showing up and for like
I'm accepting. My heart
doing like
chakra is open.
you did like the hard thing, man. You like did the thing that you're like, oh, like I don't know. You like made the decision and you fucking did it and you put out the call. And like if you hadn't been being you and living in your most authentic truth, like I wouldn't have been able to find you and wouldn't have had this experience. So I just want to appreciate you and thank you for sharing this moment with me and for sharing your first podcast on Occult Media. Like, what? This is the first episode? I got to be a part of something big.
This
I'm
is
so happy.
yeah. I'm just soaking this in because I want to enjoy experiences and being present. So I was just like hearing that. It's just like yes, it makes a lot of what I do worth what I fucking love to do, and I'm just really grateful you're here. I'm really grateful you're here. You're my first guest. This is the episode of where I wanted to like pop off and like have this be number one. So yeah, with that all being said, y'all, welcome to Occult Media. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this is the first of out of many, and I'm really happy and grateful that I get to share my space and energy with individuals like you that we can come together to fucking talk about weird shit, but still talk about things that are related to today that is still like in alignment to us in some capacity because literally this is just opening doors for a lot of us. Like my cheeks have been so high of just
I
like
know, right?
happiness.
I'm like, I'm tour
It just
guide
gets so
Barbie.
good, right? Not Barbie. I love it.
Ah.
This is the shit that I literally am like giddy for. Like this is the kind of life that I want to have. I'm going to be able to sit down and talk to people about weird fucking shit. And oh, before we go, I definitely want to say like shout out to Shae again because if you are, she's a tarot reader, y'all. So if you're vibing with her energy, if you're saying
Yeah.
yes, I want to fucking get a reading from her. She seems fucking cool. Please, by all means, click down the link down below. I'll make sure to have all her links down there, social media, all that jazz, yada yada yada. But please link
Yeah,
up with
you
her. I want to just say that individuals like this is the reason why I wanted to start Occult Media is to create a community. So regardless, you know, in some capacity, whether it's us meeting up again on a live with everyone else that's a part of occult media, whether that's coming down and being channeling. Maybe we get a massive download, and like we come together and we talk about that massive download, because we all have different
Oh my.
pieces to that fucking download, right? Like I feel like that's happening in the making right now. You know, like I'm bringing people together to talk about something we really are going to be aligned.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
I just gotta. That's a hard yes. That's a hard yes.
That's a
That
hard
is a
yes.
that's a hard yes.
Yes.
I just they you want to talk about some pressure? Yeah.
Under
And an
pressure. Boom,
expansion.
boom, boom. I'm telling you.
That you're right. There's something coming. And and this reminded me, so the word that I was failing to remember was committee. They want to be like
I
they
like
wanted
that
to be called the
word.
committee.
The
The
committee.
there's yeah, you're right, you are bringing something together, you're bringing
I feel
pieces
it.
together.
I think that's
It's
why
yeah.
I think that's why the Galactic Federation has been really just pushing me. Like they keep telling me, like, you have no idea. Like you're like the channeler, and you're open to receiving, and you are really good at just talking and getting people together. Like that's just my gist. That may be my Libra moon, because Libras are all about
Mm-hmm.
partnerships and bringing people together. And then my Virgo rising is all like, yes, let's organize that shit. And then my Scorpio's like, yes, bitch, let's talk about weird fucking shit and shuffle cards. Which, by the way, before you go, I
Oh,
want to shuffle the card. I want to shuffle a card for everyone. You want to shuffle a card
yes.
too?
Yes, I will shuffle a
Okay,
card
let's
too.
shuffle together.
Okay, let me
Um,
find what deck, friends? What deck?
I'm
Okay.
going to use Mystic Melodies. I'm going to use
Okay.
Mystic Melodies. I feel like using this deck because I don't know. I just rocked it. Intuition.
I'm gonna be going with my Wild Unknown Tarot. It was my first deck, and
Ooh, I never bought
my
that deck, but I like that. I like the
the
art on it.
it's gorgeous, and I love the animals, and I like the blending of the color and the black and white. It creates such a vivid effect, and the committee be coming in real hot on these, so they have something to say and want it to be said, and it's here.
Okay. I'm also gonna pick up my deck that I not created together, but I put two together. It's like my astrology alien deck, so I feel like it's very fitting for us to get a
Yes.
card from this deck. I feel like we want
Yes.
to uh, pull something out. So go ahead, shuffle, girl. What you doing?
Okay. Okay. Committee members. can, can I get a card? Can I get a message for our friends on these episodes?
Can I get a message for everyone listening to today's episode? I'm super pumped, man. This is like the most best thing I've ever. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
The first card that came out is the North Node: Fate, Destiny, Journey, Calling, Mission, Soul's Purpose, the Future. North
Wow.
Node. That's the card that we got out from the alien deck, astrology. Bottom of the deck, wow. We have the Comet, Unexpected, significant events. The wild card, messages, and realignment is the card here. So that's at the bottom of the deck. That's pretty cool. What you get?
Okay, so the first thing that came out was the Daughter of Pentacles. Daughter of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, which is all about new, like, tangible endeavors and like finding that grounding thing, bringing things into reality, which it is happening. It has happened. We've
100%.
begun that journey. It's going down. And then we
Yeah.
had the Queen of Swords. So
Owl. Look at that owl. We talked about owl earlier.
the owl, the white owl. Tell me why this is it's a fucking snow owl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the owl you were talking about earlier with the movie.
This is
Owl.
dead ass. This is fucking Hedwig. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But also the Queen of Swords, which is the Mother of Swords. It is my personal signifier that my train of thought is on the right track. This is confirmation for everything that we've spoken about today, and the energy that has been exchanged here, and where it's going, and what is coming for you too, because whoever
Thank
is
you.
listening to this,
Everyone listening to this, yeah, for
everyone to,
real.
and you, Candace, like, you've begun something, you've started this new mission that they gave you, and it's happening, and you are on the right track, and you're moving in alignment, and you're moving exactly how you're supposed to be moving. And then lastly, we've got the Seven of Wands, standing up and shining your light so that you can be a beacon to anyone in the darkness. Your light is what's holding the darkness off. And I think that applies on multiple layers. I think from all the way from the macro of our mission here and raising the
Yeah.
vibration down to like personally, like
Yeah.
we're here to help one another. And by showing up as ourselves, we, become a guiding light. And I was able to find you
Yes. Yeah.
because you shone your light, and there are people who I'm helping, and I'm going to be able to help as I step into shining my
It's
light
a
too. And
tripling of effect. I'm telling you. One
man,
starts, one brings. It just falls through. Can I just say the card that I got though
look,
it's another Pinnacle card. Go ahead. Let
yeah.
me see the bottom. Let me see the bottom of the deck. Though. What'd you get? Let me
Okay,
see.
we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So
I love the
this
spider
is a
though.
big, yeah, so it's the beginning. Mastery hasn't been achieved yet, obviously, because
We just
we're
started.
just getting started, but
Yeah.
we're on the right track. We're
I'm about to
building the
say,
web.
you say that though, but what did I get? The
I
mastery of
can't
what
see it.
coin?
The King of Pentacles, baby. Yes.
So you say that, but then at the same time, I got us the
But then at
I
the
got us the
same
king,
time,
baby.
But at the same time, we already know where we're headed, baby. We already know what
Yes.
energy we're on, baby.
I like that.
Entrepreneurs.
The entrepreneurs, people coming together. This is a solid foundation. This is just a solid, beautiful foundation being developed. And it's I like how like I like to associate the chakras. So like I'm seeing
Mhm.
it with his whole robe is with the heart. And I was telling you, I was just soaking in what you were saying. That heart chakra, hella being thrown out here. A little bit of the red, so I'm like more secure. Everything's secure. The foundation is secure, and that yellow with that solar plexus is like that success, that willingness to be free, be a kid, things are happening. And he's smiling, yo. Like it's just
I
it's
love it.
beautiful.
And that's like the merry melodies, huh? Like
Mystic
that
melodies, yeah.
mystic melodies. I love
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
so cute. I split the deck on my other deck because I just happened to have a different one, and I got the
I have
Three
that
of
same deck.
Cups. Yeah, the Modern Witch Tarot.
I
Everybody's
want to
got this
grab it.
fucking
Look
deck.
at me. I just want to keep going. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
me
grab
too.
it. Hold on, let me see. Can I let me just shuffle it real quick. I just want to say bottom of the deck though for the Mystic Melodies was the Two of Wands and he's holding the world. So I really do feel like if you
Girl,
guys can see that picture of what he looks like he's black in the inside, so you don't know who's doing it, which feels like higher ups doing that, holding the world for us. We're putting things
absolutely.
together. We're putting things
Ace of
together.
Swords. Yes,
I love
correct.
that.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh
They said, okay, this one. Okay, they said yep, yep, and yep. Nine of Pentacles, upright though. King of Pentacles again, upright though.
God.
Okay, look, Five of
Okay.
Pentacles in reverse. Yes, Five of Pentacles in
Yes.
reverse. No more.
No more, baby. That's done. That cycle's closed. Ew. Oh my God.
Ew.
This is the best thing. This is like the
Ew.
best thing ever. Ew.
This is this was pretty amazing.
Fuck.
My cheeks are hurting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who needs
My cheeks are hurting.
Botox?
Right.
Who needs Botox?
Jesus, you just need to smile more, baby. This is super beautiful. Okay, we're gonna end on this
Okay.
high note.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Shae, for being here today and
Thank you
allowing
very
us to chit
much.
chat and doing reading with me. Like this is fire. I'm just really this is gonna be fire 2 episodes.
I
I
know,
am just
right?
thank you for being here. Like seriously,
Thank you
you're
for
making my
having me.
dream, my download and my manifestation like this idea. You're making this the first to be in realization. So thank you for allowing me to share this experience with you. This is amazing.
Oh my God. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it and be a part of your journey and your mission, and to, have a safe space to like share and just have fun. Um, I really loved being here with you today, and it was the fucking time of my life. I can't wait to like hang out again.
Yeah, this is definitely not the last. This is just a pause. I feel like this is just a pause until
Oh
we
yeah.
can extend
For
the
surely.
the movement of what we're doing here. So
Absolutely. If you want to, you can check out my social media.
please
Everything
do.
is
You
at
better. Fuck.
Sacred Shae.
You better be following her right now.
Yeah, you better be. Nah, I
You better
mean,
be.
if you don't
I
want
mean,
to,
I'm not
obviously,
gonna
like,
force you, but
don't,
I
because
will encourage. Yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, at Sacred Shae. And like, I don't know. I like talk to me about your alien shit. Like, if you're on the same shit, please, because I need more friends who are into this. So,
We need to. I mean, if you're listening, duh, you're a part of this collective anyway. So
yeah,
you might as well start to align up and hang out with us because you ain't got nobody else.
absolutely.
So you might as well get
You
to
know.
boo boo. So with that being said, y'all, thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us with these 2